Hello guys, welcome back to Sugar Script. On this video, you're about to get a lightning strike of energy in this video. On this video, we are talking about PulseX, we're talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about the macroeconomics of what's happening in the economy, and of course, I'm giving you guys what I've been doing and what I'm about to do going forward. Now, let's jump into PulseX. On PulseX, we've been seeing a drop of over 62% in the last 41 days since March 12th this year. And of course, we've been seeing a small increment of around 18% in the last, I want to say, couple weeks. And right now we're trading around a decimal 403278. And so we are, I don't want to call this the floor because of the macroeconomics that I'm about to get into. Of course, Bitcoin halving took place on April 19, and we've been seeing an increment in value in the Bitcoin price since this halving took place of around 2 to 3%. Right now, Bitcoin is trading around $66,853, but the S&P 500 in the last 23 days is being taking a decline of 4.74%, and that's due to the stubborn inflation rate that that's been taking place in this first quarter of this year 2023. As you all know, January the inflation rate was around 3.1%, February was around 3.2%, and March came out hotter at 3.5%. So the stubborn inflation rate keeps increasing in the last 3 months, and we're gonna get the report in May for the month of April, and I don't see a good news coming out of that. So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that the S&P 500 and the company's report this week is going to be released. So we're about to see what the company's earnings are going to look like. And I hope they'll come out good. That way we can see a positive job employment happening in our economy, but at the same time it creates pressure on the Federal Reserve to halt from cutting the interest rates by the end of this year. Now things are looking very frothy out there right now at the moment, and of course Bitcoin is taking a different direction. It's going to the uptrend because of the Bitcoin halving that just took place. PulseX is kind of following that kind of trend as well as as a Bitcoin, but is going at a slower growth pace. Now, what does that tell me? Well, basically what I've been doing in the last months that I haven't been uploading videos is being DCAing. Of course, you gotta just be buying the dip whenever you can. Get some of your gains that you're getting from your employment, and of course buy the asset that you desire. And the asset that's being more desirable to me at the moment is PulseX because of the high volatility, of course, of the price, and the high liquidity, which you get low slippage. So that means that you get better trading execution for your dollars. And Bitcoin, of course, I've been looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin may see a retracement here maybe by the end of this week, or we may see some increment value of this asset going up onto the end of the year. Who knows? But what I have a feeling that we're about to see some negativity coming out of the Fed this upcoming month of May, and we're gonna see some I feel that the Federal Reserve is gonna come dovish, of course, and it's gonna be a little bit sad to see and to hear some negative news coming out from the Fed, maybe maybe halting the cutting from the interest rates from 3 cuts to 2 cuts, maybe to 1 cut. And then all of a sudden, we probably won't even see any cut this year. Over the weekend, I went shopping with my girlfriend, and I've been seeing a lot of activity out there, shopping activity, and I've been seeing a lot of personal consumption out there. So I don't see very much happening in the stock market. I think that we have peaked and the stock market. That's my own expectations. And eventually, sooner or later, Bitcoin is going to take a hit as well, because most of this money that came in this year since January and February, because of the Bitcoin spot ETF, were more institutional accredited investors. And of course, most of these investors are going to feel that the interest rates are the inflation rate is not coming down, so that means that they're going to be pulling liquidity out of Bitcoin. And of course, we may see some further lower prices on PulseX. That I'm having a feeling we may get lower prices on PulseX. This is probably not the bottom, so be careful out there what you're doing out there. Make sure that you are doing your homework when it comes to the macroeconomics. Make sure to follow the earnings report this week when it comes to the big tech companies. And as well as, because that's going to give us an insight of what the inflation is going to look like for the month of April. That's going to be released on the month of May. Guys, make sure you stay frothy out there. Make sure you're DCAing. Make sure that you're doing your homework. Make sure that things are very uncertain at the moment. Investors are, they're thinking of deploying more money into the system, but they're looking at the inflation being so stubborn, so they're holding back. The cryptocurrency, of course, a lot of people are bullish on Bitcoin being more scarce because of this halving taking place, but we don't know if these miners are gonna be dumping their BTC because they're gonna need to sustain their facilities and the electricity that they use to mine the Bitcoins. So we don't know what things are gonna happen. The only thing that I could tell you is that DCAing is the most safest way to invest in cryptocurrency at the moment. And of course, don't be so anxious about the next bull rally, because it's gonna probably take a little longer than we are expecting. We may see, of course, the next bull rally take place next year. I'm assuming anywhere from March, April, down to November and December 2025. Make sure to subscribe and like if you like this video. I hope you enjoy it. Stay frothy out there. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace out, guys.